All right, we're going to the next game. Game 3. Dark versus Byun, the winner, going up in that prize pool. All right, so I have an update for you guys. This sweater is from Ireland. It's 100% wool, and it was purchased on Amazon.com. That's a site that sells all sorts of different things. You may have heard of it. All right. Byun versus Dark. It's going to be a command center first from Byun this time. A good switch up in openers. You don't want to do the same build every game. All right. I mean, Command Center first is just such a good build to mix in. I think in a best of 3, best of 5, best of anything should always be mixed in occasionally. It's merino wool, as anticipated, guys in the chat. This is an $85 sweater. I'm fucking looking rich here today.
I have to tell an inconvenient truth about the so-called protagonists of this StarCraft plotline.
Oh?
Reyna and the Protos. The Protos committed war crimes and genocide on Chao Sara, and Jim Reyna became a terrorist because his cousin, Kerrigan, died on Marsara. We actually all owe Mengsk a huge debt of gratitude. He alone stood between humanity and its enemies. I will support Emperor Mengsk until the day I die. I will pour gallons of lamb sauce up the rectums of anyone who opposes Mengsk.
You know, I'm gonna pause the donos for now, but I do have to agree. Mengsk actually was the good guy in StarCraft. He was the leader that the Terrans needed, and it's kind of like, I mean, it's fucked up how the storyline went. I'm no fan of Rayner. Only Rayner I like is the Italian Zerg. All right. So, some Lings coming up to harass a little bit. This was like the latest units ever from Byun. This was the most, like, you literally can't get greedier than what we've seen here, basically. But he's going very quickly into 4X. I believe the Lings saw that, so that's like a huge, huge find. If you know that someone is going into 4X play, it's like, well, I mean, if they bring the units across the map and lose them, you're just going to be way ahead. But honestly, after Command Center first and how greedy this has been, I think Byun's going to be fine almost no matter what in this game. Yeah, so we have Roach Warren actually coming up very quickly. I like that. I like that a lot. I think this is the right play from Dark. You know, he's more of a Roach bro anyways. Not really that much. Well, I mean, he's very good with Lingbane as well. I can't deny that, but I think Roach here is going to play out a little bit better against the 4X for him. I think for most people it would not, but in this case, yeah. So Dark right now, Roach Warren finishes, starts some Roaches immediately. He's definitely going to need those. Factory coming up for Byun. It is kind of a late factory here at 420. Got 10 Roaches on the way. All right. A lot of lings being made. That's kind of interesting. I think his idea here might be to try to surround the Marines. Like bring the roaches up the front and then wrap the lings around the back to block them from running away. I believe that's what we're going to see, but hold on. Hold on. He didn't bring the lings up yet, so maybe not. Well, here come the lings, but it's super late, man. Dude, Byun just smashing. Smashing right there. That was really good from Byun. Very, very good. Look at this. He's up 10 workers right now, which is absurd in this matchup. Absurd. Double medevac on the way. Ravagers come in. Oh, he's going to pop the SCV before the bunker's done. Damn, you're not going to have a bunker now. Can't get that finished in time. Really excellent aim. Dude, look at this attack from Byun. This is really cool. Ling Ravager is not something you see all the time, but I mean, this is as old as the Ravager is, basically. One of the original combos. Some good zoning plays. You know, the medevacs are out, though. Just look at the zoning, though. Seriously, like one at a time. Look at these spreads. Seriously, this is some of the better biles I've seen. And a good bile doesn't mean it hit. A lot of times when a bile hits, it's your opponent screwing up. Here, it's like he's actually planning those biles out so well. But now brings in the rest of his units. Let's see if this is going to work for Dark. I'm not so sure that it will. Some good blocking by those SCVs. He has that siege tank in the back, consistently putting out damage as well. 40 workers for both sides. More Ravagers on the way. More Lings on the way. Dark is like, he's pretty damn all in here. Truly. Oh, boy. Got to get that siege tank right now. Yeah, that's your one opportunity to get it while everything's in the medevac still. Loses like 2 Ravagers trying to get it, though, unfortunately. Loses 2 more trying to back up. Byun, I think, is just going to take this. Look at this. And he can, of course, always lift up here if he wants to. +1 just now finishing. +1 carapace just starting for Byun. Who, by the way, is on, like, no supply, man. 39 drones. Trying to drone up a bit as he runs back home with a few units left over, but doesn't seem very likely. Byun is going to just apply pressure now like you've never seen. Looking really, really rough right now. Triple medevac headed towards the main. No, turns around. You know, the fact that Dark is still sitting here and he's trying to squeeze out some drones and squeeze out some roaches, it's actually pretty impressive. Right? Because, like, looking at the math of this game, with Byun, like, being up in workers for a very long time, he's got, like, a very cost-efficient set of units. He's got medevacs that are going to be hard to deal with. And Dark is, like, really trying his best to win this. He's not taking, like, any super big risks right now. He already took some risks before. And, well, I mean, we're gonna see if Byun is able to actually finish this off. So here comes a big boost up into the natural. Yeah, Dark has, like, this Roach Ravager army is on top of it in a matter of seconds. But that's the thing. Like, are you always going to be able to do that? Eventually, you'll see Byun come out with a second group on the other side, like a second set of medevacs. Probably 2, right? And try to hit, like, maybe that bottom base while he tries to boost in again towards the natural, that type of thing. He is setting up some siege tanks, some supply depots, just in case that this turns into like one of those max Roach Ravager bust timings. I don't think it's going to. Honestly, I think he's going to go into Ultra. I think he's going to go into Lingbane Ultra from here. Like, Roach Ravager can go into that. It's one of the original things Roach Ravager was going into when Legacy of the Void came out. But, well, we'll see. Here comes 2 medevacs. The other 4 all went home. I'm kind of interested in what Byun is doing here. I feel like he's sitting back a bit more defensively than what I had imagined from the opening. I felt like he should really apply more pressure, and he's so good at that. Because, you know, when your opponent's running away after making that many Lings and Ravagers, like, you know they don't have much, but he's squeezed out 75 drones here somehow. You know, he's staying... Oh, my God, dude. That was so close. He can't even go in because of the Queen. That was excellent. That was excellent. Byun just was not paying enough attention there. Okay, that's not a good patrol. What are we doing? Get that patrol out of here. Now, here comes the push. Was this the plan from Byun? Was to kind of hold on and try to get like a closer to max supply push? I'm not entirely sure. Baneling speed is not yet done, which is an issue for sure. Obviously, the Roach Ravager, you know, doesn't scale that well into the late game. Ravagers are still all right. Ooh, he's got to be careful there. Target those Banes. Ah! Oh, man. That's from those Biles. That's one less medevac out there harassing. That's pretty funny. I think the other one that was with it died on that weird patrol hotkey set. Or that patrol area. Alright, so chitinous plating is on the way now. +1 melee. Adrenal. Kind of turning into a crazy game. I thought for sure this was about to end. Well, not like 2 minutes ago, but like 5 minutes ago. Really looked like I could come to a head more quickly. But as is, Dark's starting to run around a little bit with these Lings. So first Ultra's starting to be fielded here. He's going to... is he going to lift that? He's just going to try to repair through? I don't know. That's a lot of Lings. Oh, God. In comes a pretty big push. Okay, we'll be able to hold on to this and get that planetary done, so that's good at least. Parasitic Bomb really reducing the health on those medevacs. All right, nice push in here from Dark. Just eliminating a big side of this army, walking through those gold minerals. They're taking a lot of hits, but there's no support here for the siege tanks, so they're going to be cleaned pretty darn easily. Okay, as this transitions into Ultra, I think this just... Dark is maybe going to be able to run away with this, right? He just lost a lot of his mech units. We don't really have mines. We don't really have tanks. Okay, there is a Ghost Academy this game, at least, so ghosts are starting to be made. I guess he has 3-4 tanks left over. Had a much healthier count before. He's actually getting a lot of damage with that one. It was kind of a weird situation. A lot of these medevacs getting low as well. Set up these siege lines. Kind of a wild game, huh? All right, Burrow finally completed. So important this late. Oh yeah, don't forget Ultra Burrow got fucking buffed. I forget what happened with it, but it got buffed. They like unburrow more quickly or something like that. It's so silly. So Byun right now, I think the key for him is to max and push forward some. He's making 2 command centers. Like, I don't think he can do anything until max, I think is what I'm trying to say here, right? Like, there's always this point where you have to transition into the super late game where you stop attacking Zerg because it's just not really working anymore. And Zerg is starting to bank a lot more. You can see that reflected in Dark's supply and in Dark's bank as well as it starts to go up. You look at that creep spread, it's over halfway across the map in a couple areas. You know, he's taking more bases here, top right, mid left. I mean, bottom right, mid left. So Byun is actually going into a comp. Look at this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. 2 more factories, guys. 2 more factories. Second armory. He is heading towards like a half and half comp. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. We haven't seen anything like this in a very long time. But basically what he's doing is, and I wouldn't call this spooky mech exactly. This is a bio game where it's getting so late that he's like, well, I'm just going to make 1 million siege tanks or whatever. He's about to have +2 vehicle weapons. He's going to have 4 factories pumping siege tanks, double armories going, 3/3 Marine Marauder Ghost with medevacs. Like, that's insane. Like, he's getting ready for the long haul. I think you, like, if you realize this is going on, you have to make 2 spires right now. Like, you have to put 2 spires down. You have to start getting your flyer upgrades. You have to get ready for broodlords. Because if he's going 4-fact siege tank, like, are you going to break that without broods? Like, Vipers are good, but is that going to be enough? So a mass drop is getting ready. This is actually something we were wondering if we'd see when Norgrat and I were talking about the new patch, is where we going to see some of these mass drop type plays. Nice Parasitic Bomb gets in. Parasitic Bomb's doing a great job here. All right, some Biles helping out as well. Okay, here comes the drop. Single file into these Marines is not gonna cut it. So he's just gonna say, you know what, screw it, let's drop up here. Ultra's trying to take down this Planetary. I don't think they're going to be able to. Actually, he turns to take out the SCVs. Not a bad idea. If you take out the SCVs repairing, you might be able to get it. Nope, not quite, not quite. Loses a lot there. His drop's doing absolutely nothing as well. More Ultra Ling on the way. But Dark is at a pretty decent place still. He has a lot of bases, a lot of creep. Byun can't really counterattack. But now Byun, oh, look at this blue flame. He's making Hellbats. Don't forget, with the new patch, the vehicle weapons don't upgrade Hellbats as well against light. There was a problem where +3 blue flame Hellbats were one-shotting Lings. That is no longer the case. So that is actually a very, very important change. That was stupid before, and this is a very good change that doesn't occur anymore. So 3 factory siege tank, 1 factory reactored Hellbats. I don't mind. I kind of like it. You know, it is super Ling heavy. So to have those Hellbats out there is not bad at all. You're going to force more Banes, which the tanks are going to do well against. Good stuff. All right, Byun runs up with his bio to try to stop these Lings from ravaging everything. You can see his building placement. This is actually really purposeful that he's got buildings absolutely everywhere here because he doesn't want the Ultras to run in and just kill him. Ghosts eat 1 million Baneling hits. Still live through it. All right, Nidus on the way. Dark is really looking to try to finish Byun off here to get that critical damage. A couple more tech labs coming up. I actually did not see what those are on. I think those could be on starports. Maybe he added more racks. Oh, maybe he lost some add-ons during that battle. I actually wasn't really paying attention to that. Yeah, another huge attack in here from Dark. Once again, just trying to get in here and deal some significant damage to Byun. It is hard, but the amount of Ling Bane Ultra he has is pretty absurd. Ghost going for the cloak. Okay, he kills off the Planetary. He killed a lot of siege tanks in there as well. Killed off some of the Liberators. Backs up. Byun's staying pretty darn cost efficient, as you can see. Right? 26k to 34k lost. That's a big, big difference there. This Pretty big snipes go down, but good transfusions. More Banes coming in. Yeah, the Lings, you know, he's spending them. He's making them. He's sending them all around the place. One thing to mention is the gas is getting very low for Dark. I actually wonder how many geysers he has left over here. Nidus in the main, just harassing here with those Lings. Dude, the cloak on the Ghost is such a... It's like the amount of times I'm seeing that save huge amounts of Ghosts. It's like people are not even being careful with their Ghosts. It's kind of crazy. Maybe the cloak should be timed like it is on the on the mothership. Now, starting to burn down some of these facts. You can see a lot catching on fire, a lot of buildings flying now. Is Dark doing enough here to actually end this game? Well, again, he's getting a little bit low on that gas. Byun going for a counterattack here. I think that this is enough for Dark to easily push this back. Yeah, forces the lift off in those medevacs. Damn, a pretty damn good series this has been. But it really is looking like Dark is on the edge of winning. Like, Byun's stuff is on fire. He has no pressure on the map. He has no units zoning anywhere. I think that... And the thing is, he actually became even 2,000 resources more efficient during that time period. But the actual income from Dark is very much... Like, it's just... It's too much. It's too much. You can see that what that production tab looks like on both sides. So... Right now, I think Dark makes that army one more time in attacks, and you just can't hold. You just can't hold. This should be probably... Well, it's Byun, so it won't be the final attack, but this will be the attack that truly breaks him, and we look at it and say, yeah, he's dead. Even if he tries to micro his way out of it. I think that's what's going to happen here. Because, yeah, the zoning areas are not anywhere near as good. Look at this. Gets around these 3 siege tanks in a matter of seconds. The Ghost's unable to do much. Forces lifts on everything. Banelings rolling into the army. Now, look at this. He's going to run to the right. This is definitely the right move. He kills a lot there. Runs to the right. Prevents any bases from that area. He just needs to not run through that group of buildings that are kind of in the mid. Right, Byun trying to put some sort of counter pressure on. Can't really do it. Like, he goes in and he removes some creep, but that's it. Dark once again coming in. Look at this. The unit's out of position slightly. Starting to kill off some of these buildings that have been such a problem for him. And yeah. Okay, this is really, really, really going to be the end of it now. Kind of an insane game. I think that both these players just played magnificently here in this match tonight, but it looks like Dark should be going to the finals. Right, Byun falling below 100 supply. He's losing all of his defensive areas. He doesn't have siege tank lines. He doesn't have buildings in the way. He doesn't have as many ghosts as he had, right? His liberators are mostly gone. And yeah, I think he'll actually say GG at this point too. This is not like worthwhile to stay in here, I think, for anyone. Even Byun. GG. Damn, what a game.